For a lot of y'all out there who's aware and who's tapped in, y'all know that we shifted from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. And this was during 2020. I'm sure a lot of y'all remember December 21st. This is what that whole thing was about. It was about the planetary shift into a new age. And this is why you hear a lot of people, including myself, talk about how everything changed since 2020. Like, nothing's been the same since 2020. And so much stuff was going down during that time. The virus and everything was going around. So many people passed away during that time. A lot of it was just from the shift of everything and how it shifted so fast. Like, a lot of people weren't ready for that. It caught a lot of people off guard. This is why so much stuff was happening during that time. It was just an unexpected shift. Like, some of us were aware about it, so we were tapping in with ourselves during that time. A lot of people woke up around that time, like around 2019 and 2020. You would hear a lot of people tell you that that's when they fully woke up to this matrix during that time. We were just aligning ourselves with that shift subconsciously because we were picking up on the energy shifting. So we were aware about it. We were all aware about it. But for most people, it just caught everything off guard. Everything started changing. A lot of people passed away during that time. It could have just been from natural causes, but some of it was just from the shift of everything on this planet. It was causing so much, like, chaos and all that. There was so many riots and, like I said, the virus, riots. It was just so much going on. And it's like nowadays, this is why a lot of y'all are picking up on the energy of this planet now. You're starting to, like, just experience this world differently. You're not able to do the same things that you used to do. You're not able to hang out with the same people that you used to. And it's because most of that stuff is from the old timeline. Like, a lot of y'all already shifted yourself. So it's a lot of things from the old timeline that you can't go back to. Some of y'all probably don't even feel like the same person. Like, I can speak for myself on that. Like, of course I'm still in the same body that I'm in, but I feel like a different soul inside of the same body. Like, I feel like a whole different person. I don't feel the same at all. I damn near feel like a clone. That's how much that I shifted myself, and that's how much that I changed over these past couple of years. And if you try to hang on to things from the old timeline, you're going to sense like a blockage there that's blocking things. Like I said, you can't hang out with the same people no more. Like, the energy just ain't even there. Like, you can't even force it. It's like a blockage. There's so much things nowadays that you can't even force if you try to go back to it. What it's basically like is, it's like trying to play a PlayStation 5 game on a PlayStation 1. Like, it's not going to work because you're trying to play something that's updated on something that's already outdated. And that's what you basically represent. Like, you evolved, you upgraded. But it just feels like everything around you is still outdated and it's still in an old timeline. As most people didn't evolve. And most people are just hanging on to things from the past. Even subconsciously, a lot of y'all are picking up on the fact that you have to maneuver differently. This is why a lot of people, they don't even want to work these jobs no more. They're starting businesses. It's because subconsciously you're picking up on the fact that you can no longer just do what you used to do in the past. You can no longer live the same way. You have to maneuver differently in this new earth. And you just will not, like I said, you will feel a blockage around you if you try to do certain things from the past. Like, a lot of us know that the old way of doing things is not sustainable. But it's like most people are still living the same way that they was since back in the day. So for most people, it's like them putting a PlayStation 1 game in a PS5. It's not gonna work. A lot of people were so used to living in the age of Pisces for so long, because a planetary shift only happens like every couple thousand years. So a lot of people were so content with the old ways of doing things and just so content with that old timeline that it's hard for them to adjust to something new, especially all of a sudden. Like, it happens so fast. So a lot of people just remain trapped in that same timeline. It's like the collective consciousness was in the same age for a couple thousand years. And the age of Pisces is basically illusions. So people were under illusions for a couple thousand years on this planet. So it was like just a repetitive cycle of that for so long. So it just kept people content with their own demise, basically. This is why nowadays everything is finally getting exposed. And all the information that's coming out. So now you're finally seeing everything for what it is after so long. Like, back then we were just trapped in nostalgia and just illusions. So even if you try to go back to things that's nostalgic or from the past, it might hit, but it don't hit the same that it used to. You could watch stuff from back then and all that, like, it still might hit a little bit, but it's just now everything is so different and so much information is out and so much things have been exposed.